Okay, so we are in Moonglade, and as I mentioned last episode, we went to Orgrimmar and logged out there. I cleaned my bags a little bit, and I actually picked up two trick-or-treats. I got this flimsy male Orc Mask, which by the way looks really just kind of terrifying. Like, frankly, I think it's pretty scary looking. Let's hold still and take a better look at that guy. Look at that. And it's pretty awful looking. It's kind of fun though. And then we got like some candy corn, so it's not the exciting stuff. I always went with the wand, but that's okay. I mailed over a little bit of. We're running over to Nighthaven now, which I think is where Umber is located. Yeah, Nighthaven. So I have to find Umber over here. I sent over some rune cloth from my cloth bank because we have clicked a little bit on this guy that I've mailed away over the episodes. But I want this guy to have a little more rune cloth bandages. We've got like, I think literally one, so at some point soon we'll stop and make those up. And I don't know, oh, there it is. Okay, I was like, I don't remember exactly where Umber is at, but yeah, I guess in here, looks like. And then I also sent over this cool recipe. So I've had this recipe for probably, like, no joke, I think I've had this, it's schematic, not a recipe, the voice amplification modulator. I think I've had this for, like, legitimately 5 or 6 months. Like, I think I got it on my druid in Stratholme, like, early 2020. Early, maybe spring at the very latest. I mean, seriously, it's been a while. And I think I saved it because I was like, well, this guy's going to eventually have 290 engineering, and this is that moment. It's actually kind of neat, Mac. It increases your resistance to silence effects by 7%, and frankly, I've never seen this ever used. Like, I'm sure it might be used in PvP or something, but it's kind of cool. So I wanted to learn on this guy, so here we go. And here's Umber.
Hey there.
Cenarian Circle Archivist with a pirate patch. Cool. Why, hello, Herm. Let me be a little bit honest with you, friend. You smell a bit... you smell a bit ripe. Whiffy, one might say. Now, I'm not making a personal assailment of your being. I'm just saying, in the future, you may want to freshen up a little after coming in from the field. It'll make those first impressions a little more positively impressionable. Anywho, what can I do for you? Well, great monkey toads, what have you got here? It's sort of book-shaped, I guess. I'll try and crack the shell on it. Leo sent you to me from Silithus. I've only heard very hushed rumblings, which I guess aren't all that rush when you think about it. About the horrors that are going on out there. Couple that with a lack of pleasure for anything bug-like, and you've got the recipe for me needing to stay here with the books. Speak with Rabina, Rabine Saturna in the village of Nighthaven Moonglade. Check back with this guy soon. That is if you want to know what was in here. I think we do get like a new quest from this guy offered later. Like, is a time before it opens up, or you get like a letter in the mail or something, I think. As soon as I find out what this is, what it is, and if it's indeed a book, I'll be happy to share that information with you. In the meantime, I'll check in with the den mother of this little bear camper being. No doubt he'll want to know what crazy antics you've been up to. Never leave the den mother waiting, Supa. That is, unless you want to be doused in honey. It's happened, trust me. Okay.
See you around.
I think there might be a follow-up with this guy eventually.
What can I do for you?
Okay. And then Rabine, I think, is just over here. Panda Cub, let's go. There it goes. Yeah, good job. Got 3,000 experience for that, which isn't really that much, considering we had to fly all the way over here. But the follow-up to this is kind of ridiculous. We get, I think, like 7,000 experience, almost 2 gold, and a choice of 2 different rings that are 10 strength and 9 stamina. Oh yeah, it's actually an upgrade over our marble circle of the bear. Cool, so we'll get an upgrade too.
Hello.
Okay. Supa, I had hoped you would stop by. I'm glad to see you well. I received a notice you'd be coming in from the field, and I wanted to personally express the Cenarian Circle's gratitude for the assistance you've given us thus far. No doubt there are more secrets to uncover from Silithus. This is true. There are a lot. Your delivery to Umber should prove most interesting. Please accept this as a token of our continued appreciation for your aid. Thank you, generous Shaman. Yeah, I'll take that. 7,500, 7,600 experience. No complaints there. And a new ring for us. So that's cool. It's a strict upgrade. We just get 1 more stamina and 2 more strength. I've mentioned this before, but it's kind of rare that you get like strict upgrades. A lot of times you make a trade-off, like you lose a little bit here or there at this level. Let's go back to Umber, who I guess actually is over here. I want to see if he has any sort of follow-up. I don't think he does. I think that's it. Oh, wait. He does. I think it's a very short follow-up, though.
Good day to you.
Under the chitin. Hey, it's you again. Well, I mean you as in you that is Soupa. Yes, that you. Umber is one of the weirdest characters in this game, I think. Hey, let me start over. That object you found in Silithus, it was in fact a book. It was a journal written in a very ancient dialect of what we now call the Darnassian tongue. It'll take a while, but I'm going to go over it very thoroughly. I thought you should know that what you found is extremely valuable for the Circle. The Den Mother's all excited and everything.
Safe travels.
That's it.
How are you?
An easy, another 3,000 experience. So we just got like, what, 10,600, yeah, 13, almost 14,000 experience for doing that. It's pretty cool. I'll take that. So let's hark back to Orgrimmar. And I guess I want to go back to Silithus. I was thinking of, oh, hold on a sec. Some copper, cool. I'm gonna eat real fast and I'll loot this up. I was thinking of going to Winterspring to do some questing now, since we're already kind of near there, but I would like to kind of, like, I'd say finish what we can in Silithus. Let's also make up these bandages that I was talking about. It won't take very long, like 20 seconds or so maybe. I think it's 3 seconds per bandage. I'm making like 10 bandages, about like 30 seconds. But I'd like to kind of pick up a little bit there. We're 57 right now, cool. But yeah, let's go back and let's work on the Dredge Crushers and Noggle's Last Hope. We'll definitely get Noggle's Last Hope. I mean, hopefully we'll get that done today. This might be a little shorter of an episode. I need to cut it a little short. Let's do this. TV port, please. A little tip. Let's see if we can get a... This guild, Horde Mafia, recently kind of dissolved. It's kind of sad. They've been around since, I think, almost the launch of the game.
I'm listening.
But they kind of dissolved recently, and maybe a dozen other players joined our guild, which actually was nice for us. And they seem like pretty nice people so far. I haven't really talked to them a lot, but the little bit I've interacted with them, they seem pretty nice. We're not able to get the TB port. It seems like I'm gonna like save myself a couple minutes of flying, so I'm gonna have to take the long haul, the overnight down to Silithus. It's been a lot of flying this morning. I went from Orgrimmar to Moonglade. Now I'm going from Moonglade to Orgrimmar, which I thankfully ported, but now I'm gonna fly from Org to Silithus. So yeah, I think I'm going to just speed up the video here since it's going to be kind of a long flight. I don't have a lot to talk about today in my mind, so let's just speed up the video, enjoy the music. It'll probably be a couple minutes, and when we get there, we'll pick up where we left off. Let's do one of these things and one of these. Okay. We are back in action over here. And everything looks good over there. Okay, so we still got 5 minutes left on our food buff. Neat. Alright, I mean, basically at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and vendor off this ring and repair if I haven't already. Oh my gosh, this warlock's gonna drop a infernal on me. Pretty sure.
Greetings.
Repair. Vendor that. I don't actually need the Silithus goo anymore. I think it's completely pointless. It's like a quest item that doesn't like leave your inventory, you know. So it's just kind of hanging. I'm gonna try and get away from this guy. I can't decide if he's gonna follow me or not. I just have this feeling he's gonna come at me. Maybe? Maybe not. Okay, well, so at this point we need to go south. And I mean, if he does, whatever, you know, it happens. I'm gonna buff up before we get too far out here. Let my mana regen on our way over there. I restocked on some food. We're good there. Let's go down here. And basically, the only quests we have left here are these. And I don't think I'm gonna do Mithril Deposit. Not look at this Mithril Deposit. It's literally surrounded by 57 elites. I'm not going over there. I meant to look at the auction house for these, see if they were cheap enough. I heard they were up to 3 gold each. I'm not spending 30 gold in that quest. It's just not worth it. You get some gold back, you get some experience, but it's just not worth it, I think. There's the pincers we needed. Okay, so let's start taking on the pincer squad here. Let's pull this back before it gets too far away. It's starting to edge a little bit out there. Boomerang that bad boy. Alright, got him. Hit him for 74 damage. Fun times. We killed that guy before. Oh, we got a pincer. That's cool. We killed that guy before he poisoned us, which is great. It must have been the 74 damage from the Lincoln's boomerang that really did him in. I'm gonna back up to the totems here. Kind of pull them towards us. Let's get her. Alright, basically we got so many trinkets now, we're just kind of rotating. If I could have more if I went ahead and finished up my engineering training, but like just went and got the rest of the skills that I could possibly learn, but I've been a little lazy about learning the rest of them. Okay, we're gonna move up to the next mob over here. Find another one. We need a lot of those crushers, it's gonna take forever. We might be able to do the lexicons today. We might be able to get that quest done. It's not as bad. Here's the another pincer. I love to get the pincers done quickly, but really it's just a matter of going around and killing these mobs bit by bit. Just gonna, you know, there's the poison that I was looking for, waiting for. Might as well just drop the poison cleanse now. The Ancient Mana Spring was about done, I think. Oh, here comes the Crusher. I think these also do a stun. Might as well pull. You got a clear casting proc, cool. But yeah, I don't think... I mean, these guys again drop the sandworm meat that I like. Alexa gives you, I think it's 20 strength or 15 strength. It's 20. Which is a really nice food buff. Alright. Oh, they do a stun, okay. Another pincer. Cool. Let's... What do I want to eat and drink here? Let's just eat this and drink this. So let's get our buff's about to run out anyway. Those free bobbing apple buffs are just so nice. Like, it's literally just free stamina for completely free food. So I'm trying to keep that up as much as I can while we're leveling, just because, why not? It also gives me 2% of my health per second? Per second, okay. Yeah, it's fine. Not amazing, but it's fine. Shrink array time. Okay, we got a bunch of pincers out here. So if we get a little lucky, we'll be done with the pincer portion of this quest. Now we just need one more Rockstalker Fang. We can turn this one. Yeah, we'll see. You know, I don't know if I've ever really talked much about my dating life before I got married. Let's poison cleanses. And then, I mean, this like YouTube channel is so old. I've been running this YouTube channel since 2015, so like 5 years now. Today's, by the way, it's October 23rd, 2020, in case you're curious about the date. The presidential presidential debate was last night, and it was, you guys see that? There's that, a dragon just flew over us. It's kind of startling. Let's do a quick heal. Pull this mob over. We'll shrink ray this guy. The final presidential debate was last night, and it was better than the previous ones. It was ran a little bit better. Less talking over each other, which was nice, but it was still kind of like, I'd already voted. I've mentioned this a few episodes back, so I've already voted, so it's not going to change my vote because I've already voted. And even if I hadn't voted, nothing said last night changed my stance on who I was voting for the presidency. Glowing scorpion blood, cool, but not what we need. Still need one more stinger. I might just move up a little bit here. The range on lightning bolt is just a little bit shorter than I'm used to, because I've been playing a mage and leveling a mage a little bit recently. And that guy has a much larger range. But yeah, so unrelated to presidential debate, I was just mentioning it for future reference. If I'm ever watching this video in like 10 years, I'm like, oh yeah, that was the episode where the debate was an act before. Yeah, so let's talk about my previous relationship. So, you know, it's kind of interesting, but I've never, like, how do I say this? In my entire life, I never had a problem finding people that I was interested in dating, and then finding people that I was interested in dating that were also interested in dating me. I guess, I don't know how to describe it, but the first girl that I ever asked out, that I was just straight up like, hey, do you want to be my girlfriend, was like, I was in like 6th grade, and we dated for like 2 weeks, and I think held hands, like, you know, and we never like saw each other outside of school. It was completely, you know, I don't know if that really count. But then 7th grade and 8th grade, towards the end of 7th grade, I asked out a different, like, we had broken up in the first girl, I asked out another girl. Why is this guy dying so slow? Like, I'm just like, parry, there we go, we hit him. That was really slow. Felt real slow, I don't know why. That girl, we dated for like a year and a half. Like, we dated for a long time, basically until the summer after 8th grade, which is when middle school ended for us. And that was like, I would consider like as far as you can have as a serious relationship as a, you know, young teenager, I would say that counted in my mind, because it was like the first girl that I told I loved, the first girl that told me she loved me. We saw each other outside of school a lot. Like, we spent a lot of time together. And, you know, we broke up, and I don't remember why I broke up with her, because I think going into high school, I was like, you know, I don't really want to be like in this long committed relationship, because frankly, like, we got along really well, but I was like, this isn't necessarily clicking in a way that I think is going to be like, we're going to stay together for the rest of our lives. So I'd rather kind of, I don't know, have new opportunities, meet new people. We just boomeranged this guy, by the way, and nothing came out of that. We hit him for like 70 damage. And then through high school, I think like every year I was pretty much, so it was kind of like a serial dater is what I describe myself as. For whatever reason, I pretty frequently was in relationships. Like, every year of high school, I was dating one girl each year, just kind of split up that way. And I think the shortest relationship was like 6 weeks or 3 weeks or something. The longest ones were like a year or so, which is pretty considerable length of time. And I almost died from that guy. I'm just gonna bandage up. Use these super bandages. 2,000 health over 8 seconds, alright? Yeah. And so I was pretty much constantly dating through high school. There was very few times where I was single for more than like a month or two. And I think even in those times where I was single, I was actively more or less like talking to different girls in the sense of like, not necessarily multiple girls, but like at least one girl that I was always kind of interested in someone. It seemed like my high school was pretty big. There were a lot of people, and frankly, I was like, there was just like, I was interested in a lot of people. They were like nice people, fun people, like attractive people, all sorts of things. And so I dated a lot in high school, and that was good for me, I think, because even though it was like essentially like, you know, in monogamous relationships for like extended periods of time, most of my teenage years, it gave me a lot of experience. Like when I went into college, kind of had a better sense of what I was interested in. And then what ended up happening is the last girl I dated in high school, we broke up just before prom, actually. It was one of the only, for some reason, I ended up being the person that breaks up with people in most of these relationships. And they weren't like, wait, what just happened? Okay, our quest stopped tracking over here. I was like, why did it finish tracking? I'm gonna kill these pincers over here. It wasn't like any of these breakups were horrible. I don't remember like us screaming or fighting or anything like that in any of these. But generally, I'd be the one that break up people, and I think, honestly, I frankly got, like, I just realized it wasn't going to work long term. Like, I always had this mindset for some reason that, like, the purpose of dating, besides, like, you know, it's fun, like, it's nice to meet people, all these things, but, like, a lot of the purpose of dating for me was I knew I eventually wanted to get married. And even though high school was, like, way too early, I wasn't like, oh, I'm going to get married young. Oh, cool, we got our last pincer. Like, my goal was never to necessarily get married young. But I knew eventually that was my goal. Like, I did want to, like, find a person to be with the rest of my life. And so once I kind of hit this point where I was like, you know, like, this isn't going to quite work. For one reason or another, I would just kind of want to move on, I guess. And so, yeah, let me think about this. So I broke up with one girl for that reason. Another girl, we kind of mutually broke up. Like, one day we were just talking, we're like, you know what, this is like, we're just not clicking. Like, we were really good friends. We like got along well, but like, it didn't feel like we had a lot of things in common to the point where it was obtrusive or to the relationship itself. A third girl, like, I think we dated for like 3 weeks, and I think she cheated on me in like the 3 weeks we were together, and I was like, what's the actual point of this? Like, why would I ever stay with someone if you literally cheat on me within like 3 weeks? It might have been like, I swear it might have been like 3 days, and then like I didn't find out for like a week or two, and I'm just like, what's the, like, literally, I'm like, I'm not desperate by any means. Like, that's what I'm saying, is like the whole point of this is that I never felt like I was stuck single for the rest of my life or desperate or anything. So I was like, I can be selective, and like I do not, like, I have too much self-respect to stay with someone that cheats on me that quickly. And it was like, it's just stupid. So we broke up. We found another rock stalker out here, by the way. And I shrunk it. So if we kill this and we get our rock stalker fang, we'll be done with that quest, which is great. I'm kind of thinking I want to do the Twilight Lexicon. That might be kind of fun. Try and like see if we can sneak out and kill the mobs we need for this. We're probably gonna pull this thing. Nope. Okay. Oh, we got it. Cool. Done with that quest. Yeah, let's go. Let me rebuff while we're moving over there. Let's go try to do the Twilight Lexicon quest. It's gonna be a little tricky, but I think they're like 60 mobs. We should, like, level 60 into the single mob. We should be able to do it. The Dredge Crusher is gonna take a while. It's like 18 more mobs we gotta kill, and I will do that eventually. It's the next thing on our to-do list. But I think the Twilight Lexicon might be kind of fun to go do. I'll do Secret Communication also at some point. I might just see if I can find them like cheap on the auction house and buy them on my bank, and then I'll mail them over. It's kind of a cheap way to get them, or like a cheesy way to get the quest done. But so this first Secret Communication or Twilight Lexicon quest is the far southwest over here. Or it doesn't really matter what order we do them in. That's one of them. I'm just gonna get the farthest one first. But yeah, so that third girl, I think, cheated on me, if I remember right, and I broke up with her. I was like, this is really stupid. And the fourth girl, I think that's one of the few people that ever broke up with me. She like wanted to keep dating me, but didn't want to have a relationship, like a committed relationship. And this is like right before prom, and I was frankly like, I think we were dating about 4 or 5 months at that point. And that's fine, but like I don't really have an interest in that. Like I wasn't really interested in like casual relationships, I guess. So I like completely ended it when she tried to partially end it, if that makes sense. Kind of a weird arrangement. It's one of those stupid high school things, you know, just we were like 17 dumb kids. And then at the end of high school, let's see, actually, so I'm sneaking around, by the way. We're at this Twilight camp. I think the mob I need is in the mithril deposit. Don't mind if I do. We no longer can skill up on these, but frankly, mithril is still valuable, especially the solid stones. So I'd love to get some of those. After high school ended, like the summer after high school, I ended up starting to date a girl or woman, I guess at that point, I guess we're probably all 18, that I was friends with since like 6th grade. And we never really ever had any interaction besides just being friends. But the summer after high school, we sort of got together, but more seriously committed early into college. We'll get into different colleges. And let's see if I can find the mob I need. It's like Twilight Lord Everrun. There he is. This is who we need. Okay, we're buffed up. We snuck up on this guy. Let's do it. Let's blast him. So I started blasting. You know what? Let's actually totem him first. What totem do I got out? That's fine. Or what trinket do I got out? It doesn't really matter. We can kill this guy. He's a 60. He's like got 4,000 health. He's a little beefy, but he's not going to wreck us. We can self-heal all that. We got him down 50% health pretty much immediately, so perfect. We crit on him. That was nice. We got a clear casting proc, and I popped Berserking. Had my totems up. Oh, he stuns for 5 seconds? What the heck? It's a little nasty. And he also does a Mortal Strikes, or Healing's not as effective. Just kill him, come on. Hit him again. One more hit. Perfect. Okay. We got 1 book. Let's get the other 2. That was easy enough. So we started dating, and we dated for probably, let's see, how long did we date for? It was there was some problems with the relationship that I can talk about a little bit here. We started dating officially like around October, maybe like sometime kind of early in the fall of undergrad. And then we dated from the beginning of freshman year at different universities. So it was kind of we were like 4 hours away from each other, 4 or 5 hours. We dated until like the end of our junior year, kind of like maybe mid-junior year. But it was tricky because I did a student exchange the first semester of sophomore year. So like a year, like around our 1-year anniversary, I was gone. And then her junior year, the second semester, she did a student exchange, and we only saw each other once during her student exchange, and during my student exchange we did not see each other. And during mine, she wanted to take a break, and during hers, she wanted to take a break. And both times I was like a little sketched out on that because I was like more interested in being more committed. I was like, why would we take a break even though it's at a distance? Like, we'd been dating a year, felt like it was fairly serious. And I never was like, I never like proposed to her. What the heck? Did we really get rooted by that thing? I never planned to Did you see that? We got rooted from that thing. It actually ran up to us after I flame shocked it, and then it ran off. That's an annoying mob to aggro. I gotta stop aggroing rock stalkers apparently. But I never had like real plans to commit to her, like in terms of marriage. I never felt like we were there. Like there was always something was coming up constantly that just made us both question the relationship. We broke up once like sophomore year after I got back from my student exchange, and we got back together a few months later. And so it was kind of a tumultuous relationship. Like it was never easy or even kind of easy. And some of the problems we had were really philosophical, like really, really like rooted into our person. Alright, so the other mob we need, by the way, we're at this next camp, is I think patrols around this region here. But I don't quite remember, actually. That's who we need. Twilight Keeper. Habanth. Okay, we'll have to come back because he's dead. We'll find him later. They have a pretty fast respawn time. So we'll look at the other camp over here to the west, and there might be another, there's a third one we need. So maybe we'll just get that one and then come back to this one and camp it out. But there's like some problems, and like, I don't want to say it's all on her, but the biggest thing, I just remember this always, to me, was that I always felt like everything she did was out of a movie. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but it felt like, and like, we're on good terms now, I want to be clear, like, she's not a bad person, and we both grown up, we were both like very late teens, early 20s when we really started dating, and you know, like, people are stupid, we both were dumb in our own ways. There's our next target, Twilight Keeper, Mena? Is this worm still following me? There we go. Alright, I guess I'm not gonna pull her without pulling all these other things. Oh, I'm gonna pull that for sure. No, maybe not. She pathed back. Perfect. Let's back up. Okay. Good. Shrunk her, and that's good. Feared me. Oh, jeez. Where's Tremor Totem? I apparently need Tremor Totem. Earth Shock. Tremor Totem. Okay, let's do that. Heal myself, apparently. Oh my god. Come on, Tremor Totem. Work, work, work. Tremor Totem is not doing a lot for me right now. Oh, Tremor Totem. It dropped off and I couldn't get it recast fast enough. Okay, Tremor Totem again. Am I gonna die on this mob? Oh my gosh. That was a beast of a mob. She like purged my buffs? What the heck happened? I lost like my food buff. I lost my... I think she purged stuff, or Wind Fury fell off. I don't really know what happened there, but it feels like I lost a lot in that fight. I had to use a heal potion, barely survived. Jeez. Okay. I'm gonna eat, drink, then we'll go back to that last camp, or the second camp, and get them up. But yeah, so, you know, like, to be fair, like, we were developing adults, and there's a lot of problems. When you're that age, you do a lot of dumb things. But I remember always thinking that a lot of stuff that she did was, like, out of a TV show or movie. It just felt like she would almost, like, react or quote things in ways you would expect out of, like, a drama. And I don't want to say she was dramatic, even. I don't want to say that. It was just... something it was always a little bit bothered me, and I don't know what it was. And it wasn't even... it just didn't work between us, you know? It was straight up just... my personality didn't work with hers. I don't think it was that she was an inherently bad person or vice versa. So, there were some other things that were probably more serious than that to me, but that was one, like, kind of interesting character trait that it always bothered me significantly. And it was like, how do you resolve that? Like, what are you going to do? Like, it just seems so fundamental, but we ended up breaking up. Literally, like, the day she got back from her student exchange, I think, was, like, official, where I was like, look, this is really not going to work. Even though we had talked on and off about it not working, and we'd already broken up once and all that. So that was, like, the kind of final. Hey, there's our guy. Cool, let's get him. Let's try to, like, totem up for this a little better than last one, since that last one was kind of a mess. I don't think this guy has a nasty fears. Oh, I didn't mean to pull him, though. Whoa. He does hit hard, though. Do I have any more heal potions? I don't. Maybe a crystal restore. I guess I had a whipper root, too, right? I didn't realize it shared a cooldown. This guy's resisting a lot of my stuff. I'm gonna heal up a little bit here. That's a little bit better. That heal helps a bunch. Thank you.
Big thanks.
This is a Shadow Priest multi-box, or a Mage Priest, Shadow Priest multi-box. They're amazing. That's really funny. Huh. Okay, let's see. Is that guy gonna kill me? No, maybe not. Let's go turn in these 2 quests, see what follow-ups we get. Next would be encrypted Twilight texts, or the dredge crushers, but I don't know. We're probably gonna die here. I have a bad feeling about this. But yeah, so what ended up happening is, so then me and that woman broke up, and then I'd already met my wife, or what would be my future wife, in school like 6 months before that, and we were just friends. Like, nothing happened. We weren't dating, but it was like obvious to me. I just remember like talking, and I was like, I really like this woman. Like, I like her a lot, and I didn't know at the time that we were gonna get married, because I just don't feel like I'm the kind of person that's like, oh yeah, I know from the first moment I met you that I was gonna marry you. Like, I just am too cautious, I guess. I don't know what I am. Too cautious, maybe is the word I'll use. But I did know that I really liked her, and she seemed like a really nice person. I wanted to get to know her better, and it obviously worked out for us. So I'm very happy with all those decisions. But it was kind of a windy road for me, because I would say I had legitimately like 6 relationships that I would say were kind of serious girls or women that I dated through high school and early college, and ended up with my wife eventually. So we actually met in a biochemistry class. It's kind of fun. Noggle's Last Hope. So we're turning in the quest that we've been working on recently. Yes, it seems to be working. Noggle is coming to. We owe you big time. I think a major mana potion is worth more than 2 major healing potions by a significant amount. We also get 65 silver and 6,000 experience. Oh look, Noggle's up. He has a quest for us. Yes, I'm cured. Whoa, got up too fast. Oh, he lost his satchel. Okay, that's down where that scorpion was, down in the southern part of the zone. I'd love to get this done, get some elixirs of the mongoose. Those are worth a lot. And I use them on my druid, frankly. So I guess we'll do that quest soon. Now, maybe? Soon? I don't know. We might be able to do it with the Stoneclaw Totem and kiting a little bit. But where do we turn the Twilight Lexicon? Oh, Hermit Ortel. Okay. I'm probably going to wrap up this episode as soon as we are done turning in the Hermit Ortel quest, and then we might be able to get the Lost Satchel. I got my carrot on. We're just going to run down there and do the Twilight Lexicon to start. And then what I think I will do for the Lost Satchel, it's down here, like Bronzebeard Encampment, like kind of below that. The trick is, as I get there, I'm basically going to throw down Tremor Totem, Chicken, Dragonling, and hopefully those 3 can hold aggro long enough for me to loot the satchel. And then I'm going to run. And that's, like, frankly all I'm going to do. Just going to run. Because the satchel just sits on the ground. It's actually got nothing to do with Deathclasp himself. He just is nearby. But he patrols away far enough that we might be able to just kind of sneak over and get it. Actually, I'm going to go this way now. Hermit Ortel's over here. So I'll go hit up Ortel and then come back this way. While we're doing this, got a bit of a run. Hopefully I don't get dazed. I'll thank my Patreon supporters. Always appreciative. So thank you, all of you, for your support. And as always, I'll give a shout out to Chris S., Luke D., and Nikolai S. So thank you 3 especially. It's always appreciated. I recently posted. I will admit I'm not great at posting to Patreon. I generally consider my Discord as where most of my interactions would go to people. But I want to get in the habit a little bit more of posting on there. But I most recently posted a little sonogram pictures because I thought it was kind of a fun thing to share of our of my wife's sonogram from, I guess it would have been it was about almost 2 weeks ago now. It would have been, today's a Friday, it would have been, oh, did I run past him? Yep, I did. It would have been 2 Mondays ago. The reason why this episode's a little bit shorter than normal, I'm actually pushing my time a little bit here, is because I'm working with a grad student. I'm actually in charge of kind of mentoring a grad student this semester. And so she needs some help with some experiments today, so I need to go in specifically around her availability to help her out. So my schedule's a bit off. The Twilight Lexicon. Yes, these are the parts to the book. Let's get started then. Swap every third word with the words in the second chapter, then swap every other word with words from the first chapter. Wait, did I get that backwards? You probably did. Take the decoded tablet parchment to Commander Marlith. Cool.
See you later.
That's going to be like an easy... Oh, there's a follow-up or another quest.
You need something?
Oh yeah, we can also bring him encrypted Twilight text. We'll get another 6,000 experience maybe for turning that in. I don't know if I'm going to get those 20 texts in total, but maybe. It's actually really hard to run this way around. I'm going to go the north side and around. Oh, we're going to get webbed. Yep. Here comes the web. Here comes the web. The range is really long on this web. I'm hoping maybe with Carrot we can get away from him. Looks like we're in the clear. That was nice. I don't know if the Carrot made the difference or they just aggroed at like the more maximum range and we weren't quite as close when we aggroed him. But that worked out. I will say that the experience from the quest down in Silithus is pretty good. We've been getting like, what is this, 8,300 here, 6,000 for that one. There's a lot of other mobs we kill. I don't think we'll see the other 3,000 there, 7,500, 3,000. And those two 3,000 ones are pretty quick and there's all a nice little chain. Oh, there's another rock stalker. Dang it, why is it in that camp? Come on. I would not have seen that. They were definitely going to web by that one. Here we go. Here we go. Those are the worst mobs. Mobs that root you. It's not the most fun. I am not going to pop Lightning Shield before I engage these mobs. I would like to do that Thorium, but you know what? Apparently someone else would also. You can have it. Just don't kill me, please. If I die here, I'm going to call it a day. I actually don't have time to like run back and start this quest again, or like retry. And if we win here, I'm going to Hearth. Because I'm kind of pretty close. I need to get moving real soon here. But, oh, let's do this. Chicken, okay. Lightning Shield, turn that off. Where is Mr. Death Clasp? The Satchel, I don't think it's necessarily all the way up there. Okay, he's pathing away. There's the Satchel. Okay, so we can actually probably grab that without even aggroing these guys. What are they, 57? We can probably just sneak up here real fast. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. It might work. Got it. That was cool. That was convenient. Alright, let's just mosey just over here. Get out of range of these guys. And like I said, I need to get going, so I'm going to Hearth back to Orgrimmar, get the rested experience, all that fun stuff. And then I'll just fly down here next episode before we start. And we'll pick up where we left off. We'll turn in Lost Satchel, and I think we will turn in the Terrible Purpose. And then we'll probably do Stepping Up Security and maybe Twilight Text Farms. Oh, hold on a sec. Got him. Clear casting proc. Anyway, that is all for today. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.